Popcru welcomes appointment of FF Plus leader Groenewald as Correctional Services Minister. The Police and Prison Civil Rights Union Popcru has welcomed the appointment of Freedom Front Plus leader Pieter Groenewald as the new Correctional Services Minister. As a significant stakeholder in South Africa's criminal justice cluster, CJC, Popcru represents thousands of police officers and prison warders. The union emphasized the urgent need for the capable, ethical, and efficient leadership to address the deep-rooted challenges facing the DCS. Popcru highlighted the critical issues of overcrowding and understaffing within the nation's correctional facilities. The current staffing levels have dropped from 40,000 in 2009 to 38,000, with only 27,000 officers actively working in correctional centers, Popcru bemoaned. The union calls for immediate hiring of additional custodial officers to mitigate these problems, which compromise the safety and effectiveness of the correctional system. A key concern for Popcru is the role of private prisons in the correctional system. The union strongly opposes the renewal of contracts for private prisons and advocates for a clear plan to wind down these contracts. They urge the new minister to expedite the process of absorbing personnel from private prisons into the DCS, ensuring that all staff members are employed under the Correctional Services Act of 1998. To fulfill its constitutional mandate of rehabilitation, Popcru insists that the DCS must undertake several urgent measures such as prioritizing promotion policies and shift systems to improve staff morale and efficiency, construct correctional centers in rural areas to ensure self-sufficiency and accessibility, employing additional personnel to ensure the smooth operation of facilities, and refurbish dilapidated infrastructure to create a safer and more conducive environment for both inmates and staff. Public reaction to the appointment of Pieter Groenewald as the new DCS minister has been varied, with some feeling sorry for the prisoners. Others took a dig at Groenewald. He was elected Stilfontein mayor for Conservative Party in 1988. Others believe he would do well in the new portfolio. Popcru called on forums that focus on worker welfare, crime reduction, and human rights, urging newly appointed ministers to adhere to these principles to significantly enhance the effectiveness and fairness of South Africa's criminal justice system. Small Business Institute welcome reappointment of Minister for Small Business Development. John Dudlu, CEO of Small Business Institute SBI, has congratulated Minister Stella Ndabeni-Abrahams on her reappointment as Minister for Small Business Development. Dudlu said, "We look forward to working with her and her deputy Jane Sitole in deepening cooperation in this all-important portfolio." The SBI has also welcomed the announcement of the new Government of National Unity (GNU). The SBI said that this cabinet, which offers change and continuity in the first step towards getting the wheels of government running again following the 2024 general elections. Dudu said as a voice for small business, they promise to work collaboratively with all of the ministers in President Cyril Ramaphosa's cabinet for the benefit of prosperity of the economy's small business segments. We believe that the NDP aspiration of in excess of 90% of all jobs coming from this segment by 2030 will only be achieved if we redouble our efforts to unleash the potential of small businesses and work in a focused manner to free up small businesses from the shackles of red tape, late payment and power outages and failing infrastructure, Dudu said. The SBI hopes the reform agenda, which began in the 6th administration, continues with a fresh momentum and that small business is at the center of this agenda. While our performance would have been for a small administration, we recognize and respect the will of the voters who wanted a power-sharing arrangement that accommodates more than one party. This is a new institution for us all. We need to respect it and learn, Dudu said. In the SBI, government has a willing and capable partners to work with. Gorden McKenzie wants to make spinning biggest sport in SA. Many people expect fireworks after charismatic Patriotic Alliance leader Gorden McKenzie was appointed the new Sports, Arts and Culture Minister. However, it may just be more tire smoke than fireworks after McKenzie revealed on Sunday that he wants to make spinning the biggest sport in the country. McKenzie was announced as the new minister on Sunday night when President Ramaphosa finally announced his new cabinet late on Sunday evening. The cabinet consists of partners from the Government of National Unity, which includes parties such as the DA, IFP, FF+, UDM, PSC, Rise Mzansi, UAT, Al-Jamaa, GOOD, and the NFP. The spinning of tires started in the townships as a ritual to honor fallen gangsters during the apartheid era, but spinning has since evolved into a popular motorsport in South Africa. Spinning is a very niche sport and there are few designated sites on race tracks around the country where people can get together and burn some rubber. However, there is also a negative stigma surrounding it, as a lot of people in the colored, Indian and black townships often do spinning in the streets in their communities, which is viewed as dangerous and is by law illegal. However, McKenzie wants to bring the sport closer to the people by providing a safe environment in the communities for spinners, which he says will also help to keep kids away from the gangsterism and drugs. There is one promise I'm going to make. Spinning and stunts, the extreme lowering of cost, is not a crime. I'm so excited because I promised that spinning will be recognized and I'm going to make spinning one of the biggest sports in this country, McKenzie said during a live Facebook post. People say these things before you vote for them, but now I'm in a position to make a difference. The spinners will be recognized. Our children, when there is a spinning event in Mitchell's Plain, it has been proven that there are 0 incidents of shooting. When a boy has an interest in cars, he doesn't have time for drugs. He just worries about his car. You guys have been treated like dogs. Those days are over. We're going to have massive competitions with big prize money. Call for comprehensive review of fuel price structure as Petroleum Minister reappointed. President Cyril Ramaphosa's long-awaited cabinet reshuffle under the new Government of National Unity has seen Gorden McKenzie retain control of the fuel industry, while the general energy portfolio has been moved to another ministry where it will be combined with electricity. Mineral and petroleum resources remain the portfolios of Minister McKenzie. This has led to concern of some fronts that much-needed fuel price reforms will not be tackled adequately under this administration. Following the cabinet announcement, The Automobile Association AA has once again called for the Department of Mineral and Petroleum Resources to conduct an open and transparent review of South Africa's fuel pricing structure. South Africans remain constrained by high fuel costs, and there is a need to view the country's fuel pricing structure. Each line item which comprises the fuel price must be interrogated and assessed, the AA said. Together with civil organizations and experts, a better model must be sought in the interest of finding ways to mitigate rising costs and to buffer South Africans against ongoing geopolitical developments which impact local fuel pricing, the association added. The AA has indicated that it would make itself available to government for such purposes. According to the price breakdowns provided by the Energy Department, South Africans currently pay 6.17 Rand in taxes for every liter of fuel that they put in their tanks, with this comprising of 3.93 Rand for the General Fuel Levy (GFL), 2.18 Rand for the Road Accident Fund Levy, as well as a customs and excise duty of 4 cents. Although that represents 26.3% of the current cost of 95 unleaded petrol at the cost, which is 23.46 Rand. Although fuel costs are set to come down in July for the second month in a row, in June petrol still costs 1.69 Rand more than it did in January 2024. However, AA spokesperson Leighton Beard told IOL that lowering or removing the contentious general fuel levy is easier said than done, as the government would almost certainly seek to raise taxes in other areas in order to fill that fiscal gap, which is believed to account for around 6% of the country's total tax revenue, according to the previous estimates. This likely also explains government's lukewarm approach towards incentivizing electric cars in South Africa. And that's it from INJIBS Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.